Welcome to MedVerse, an AI-powered clinical wearable built on the Aegis Vest, streaming over 40 biosignals in real time. The login screen offers 3 roles: patient, clinician, and admin, each unlocking a completely different dashboard, navigation, and settings. For this walkthrough, we'll sign in as a patient. One tap on the patient tile authenticates and drops us onto the personal dashboard. This is the patient dashboard in clinical mode, the default view. The hero ring shows the Global Health Index, a real-time composite score from 0 to 100, with live heart rate, SpO2, and respiratory rate streaming from the vest. The daily narrative uses generative AI to summarize today's findings in plain language. The alerts inbox surfaces anything crossing a clinical threshold, each alert tappable for the underlying signal trace. The top risk strip ranks the 5 highest probability findings. Personal baseline shows trends against the patient's own 7-day rolling normal, and health forecast projects the next 7 days. BioAge compares chronological, biological, and projected age side by side. The bento panel surfaces 4 continuous metrics: readiness, cardiovascular risk, autonomic nervous system state, and sleep quality. And the cluster findings section opens deeper AI analysis across heart rate variability, voice biomarkers, environmental context, and behavioral phenotyping. The same biology means different things to different people. A resting heart rate of 58 is concerning for a sedentary patient, but excellent recovery for an athlete. MedVerse offers 3 reframing modes the patient toggles from settings: clinical, athlete, and wellness. Athlete mode reframes the dashboard for performance. The headline card is the Training Readiness Index, a 0 to 100 score color-banded green for ready, amber for caution, red for rest, composed from HRV against baseline at 40%, sleep quality at 30, allostatic load at 20, and resting heart rate at 10. The recovery timer tracks RMSSD returning to baseline after high activity and surfaces an estimated full recovery time. The VO2 max trend plots aerobic capacity over 7 days. The clinical alerts, risk strips, and cluster findings are intentionally hidden. Athlete mode is built around training signal, not pathology. Wellness mode is the everyday consumer view, for someone basically healthy who wants to stay that way. The hero score is now labeled wellness score, same biology, welcoming language, no medical jargon. The daily narrative reads like a wellness coach. Instead of your overnight ECG shows premature contractions, it says you slept well, your morning recovery looks strong, today's a great day for a walk. Personal baseline becomes a personal best framing, and the alerts inbox, risk strip, and cluster findings are all hidden. The medical capability stays active under the hood, it just isn't surfaced. The Specialists tab opens MedVerse's 10 clinical AI specialists: cardiology, respiratory, neurology, obstetrics, dermatology, ocular, general physician, acoustic AI, gait mechanics, and metabolic health. Every specialty screen follows the same pattern: a live waveform on top, derived metrics underneath, an AI-generated clinical assessment paragraph, and a findings list. Tapping cardiology reveals the live 3-lead ECG with continuous heart rate, cuffless blood pressure, and an AI cardiac assessment grounded in the patient's current biology. The chat tab is the conversational layer on top of every specialist. The patient asks questions in plain language, and each answer is grounded in the patient's live snapshot. The persona switcher at the top flips between specialists, cardiology, pulmonology, neurology, and so on, and each thread is preserved independently, so the patient can hold parallel conversations across specialists without losing context. For pregnant patients, a dedicated maternal dashboard opens from the home tile. The fetal heart rate gauge shows the live reading with the normal band of 110 to 160 beats per minute. The kick counter tracks today's running total. The contractions log records every event with onset and duration. The Dawes-Redman card runs the gold standard cardiotocography criteria, and a single button generates a PDF summary to share with the midwife. The Settings tab for a patient is scoped to surfaces the patient actually controls, no clinical workflow tools, no admin governance. The Profile section holds the patient's identity. My Health covers care plans, medications with adherence tracking, and the symptom diary. My Data is for caregiver sharing, FHIR import, and FHIR export. Devices pairs the vest. Notifications manages the daily 8 a.m. summary push and caregiver alerts. Preferences holds accessibility, the app mode toggle, and demo mode. At the very bottom, sign out, one tap, confirmation, and the user is back on the login screen ready to enter as a different role. One vest, one platform, one patient, 3 completely different experiences. From sign-in through 3 reframings, 10 specialists, conversational AI, maternal monitoring, and full data ownership, MedVerse meets each patient exactly where they are.